McKenzie right here. No question that Buck Pierce had pump faked that ball and pulled it down. That was a fumble created by Anton McKenzie. Maybe this will be the spark.
Michael Bishop to work. A completion. Andy Fantus has his first catch of the night. Down to the 16, and they need to get him into this offense.
Yeah, and that's a little surprising considering his playoffs from a year ago and how productive he was in 2 playoff games. He had 160 yards and 12 catches. Also had a very impressive Grey Cup game. And you know what? Andy Fantus has to be involved in this offense. Gets him going. Again, maybe it's that spark.
He had the first touchdown in BC in last year's Western Final. 21-yard gain, 1st and 10 at the 15, and Bishop swings it out far side, and unable to pull it down was Weston Dressler.
And that time, Andy Fantus was open on the short side of the field on an out, and they wanted to get the ball to Dressler out in the flat there. But Bishop, at times in his career, has had problems deciding when to put touch on the ball and when to try and drill it in there, and that one sailed a little bit on him and had a lot of heat on it for a little swing pass.
Deepest penetration of the night for the Roughriders. 2nd and 10. And Bishop steps up and is pulled down at the 13-yard line. And they'll have to settle for 3.
And I know it's tempting, and I know the fans here at Mosaic Stadium would love to see Ken Miller in this part of the field with the game of this magnitude go ahead and try and gamble. This is the sound football decision.
They're 3 scores down, get 1 score, make it a 14-point game.
Yeah, this is the sound football decision. 13:33 is lots of time left.
Who's had those 2 long ones, and now will nail down his 4th of the game. 4 field goals and a 14-point BC lead. TSN is the home of the Grey Cup, and the road to the big game continues next Saturday with both East and West finals. It'll be Edmonton and Montreal. Calgary awaits the winner of this game. And our coverage begins at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific in TSN HD. Well, these fans want a big defensive series now as Stefan Logan with the run and a 3-yard gain. That gives us an opportunity to congratulate the Vancouver Island Raiders and their quarterback, Regina native Campbell Antonini, for a win today in the Canadian Bowl Junior Football Championship. Andrew Harris, who was in the BC Lions camp, ran for 393 yards in that game.
Nice.
Wow. 4 touchdowns.
By the way, UFC, beat Simon Fraser 44-21. You said it was my job to update you on that as well.
The dream season has ended.
Yes, it
Had a good one in Simon Fraser. Bounce back year for them. And the Roughriders bounce back.
Second downs become huge now in the 4th quarter.
Lions need 7. And they're going to get it. G-Roy Simon for the first down. And finally dropped at the 50-yard line. So 12 for Simon, whose touchdown looms large now here in the second half.
G-Roy Simon is that shallow crosser coming right across the top of your screen. And all Buck Pierce needs is long enough for Simon to cross outside of those linebackers, get wide of them, then he's got some space in the open field.
That touchdown was his 4th career playoff touchdown. Logan again, not much. Brought down Marcus Adams. The defensive tackle brings him down after a gain of maybe a yard. And with the marking, looks like just about the line of scrimmage.
So far, the Riders have been reluctant to go full blitz against Buck Pierce. They have sent linebackers. We saw Anton McKenzie make that big play to cause It's a turnover, but that wasn't from full blitz. We'll see what they get here because with Stephon Logan out, the Lions will substitute one more receiver. Put Lyle Green in for blocking.
Down by 2 touchdowns. Saskatchewan can't give up any first downs. 2nd and 10. Pass caught, but that's not a first down. Lance Frazier closing on Paris Jackson for 7.
Well, this time they show that they're going to come on the blitz, and Buck Pierce has all kinds of time. He doesn't have to rush. Go ahead and run it here. You see them all on the line of scrimmage. There's 5 up there now, but look at how many they rush. Stop it there. 1, 2, 3 coming on the rush. So Buck Pierce has lots of time if he wants. Doesn't recognize it quick enough. He forces that short throw, and then all those coverage guys just rally and stop him short.
The Riders defense does get a stop. Dressler, their most dangerous returner. They didn't want to use Dressler much to take away from his offense, but they need a big special team play if they can get it. So Dressler's in. And Dressler brought down, and there's Jason Araki again. Boy, the rookies had a great year on teams. This game has taken its toll on some of the Riders. Let's join Farhan Lalji.
Yeah, if the Riders want to come back, they will do it shorthanded, especially on the defense. First, let's start with Chris Zarka, who left the game on a cart in the 3rd quarter. He is out with a leg injury. Maurice Lloyd has gone with a back injury, and Omar Morgan injured his shoulder tackling G. Simon. He's not sure if the shoulder popped out. He told me at one point he would try to loosen it up and go back in. The jacket hasn't come off, and the trainer says he too is done for the night.
Michael Bishop on offense, steps up, Fantus with a catch to get them out of a hole up at the 30-yard line. Ryan Phillips with the tackle.
Well, the injuries continue to mount again for Saskatchewan. This time, a couple hit on defense, as Farhan said. Their offense gets a play here from Andy Fantus coming out of the backfield. Michael Bishop right there steps up in the pocket with confidence. Their offense, this year has thrown to 21 different receivers from 4 different quarterbacks.
If that's not a CFL record, it's close. Fantus with his 2nd catch of this 2nd half, 1st and 10. Bishop guns that just out of the reach of Andy Fantus.
This isn't completed pass from Michael Bishop, but when you have a running quarterback, it can really cause a defense to hesitate, and I'll show you what I mean. Watch as Bishop gets contained here. Otis Floyd can come up and just make the stick on him right there if he wants, right? But watch how he'll hesitate. A running quarterback makes you break down there. See how he chopped his feet so he didn't get beat to the outside? He had to do that to contain Bishop.
2nd and 10 from the Roughrider 30-yard line. And Bishop guns that. Dressler's got it. 1st down, 46-yard line. Baron Miles, the safety, with the tackle. And Michael Bishop throwing a fastball.
How many times have people rolled this football team out? More injuries mount for the Saskatchewan Roughriders, and yet they will not give up. They will not quit. It's been the mantra of this team all season long. They continue to battle. They continue to fight. They fight through adversity. They come together when they face it, and they just will not go away.
Think about the game in Winnipeg, the Banjo Bowl. That pass, it is picked off. And it is Ryan Phillips. And it's going to be a BC touchdown. One more interception today than he had all season. And this is a 54-yard dagger into the hearts of the Grey Cup champions.
Yes, it is. And in this game, we have seen the best and the worst of Michael Bishop. We've seen him throw with authority. We've seen him throw with confidence. And we've seen him do this a couple of times as well. Passes where he was rushed. He should have taken the hit. He throws it to an open area, and that open area closed in a hurry when Ryan Phillips swallowed the football.
First postseason interception for Ryan Phillips for touchdown. His 2nd of the game after a tough year 12 interceptions last year, 1 this year, but 2 in this Western semi.